Hi everybody, Elisa DiChristina here from Are You a Glow Kid? Psychosocial Emotional Educational Program for Optimal Childhood Development. And what we're going to do, the purpose of this video is to go into a little bit more detail on how to use a lesson plan. So we're going to go through the first lesson plan of the program so people can recognize the value. In the beginning of the educational guide, we did a nice table of contents that connects the guide pages with the storybook pages. Each topic is laid out very nicely on the educational guide. So it's in format, the same consistent structure is found on each of the educational guide program page. So the guide is laid out with topics that we're going to go into, conversation starters for the children, a psychosocial emotional educational paragraph or two, or some content related to why these subject matters and skills are imperative, and then we end with a group exercise. Usually it's a group, sometimes individual. This way the children get up and have the actual experiential part of the learning. We're going to take page 1, which is just simply says to the reader, "Hi, my name is Glowy, nice to meet you." So the child has a nice, concrete image of who Glowy is, and that she becomes our pro-social role model throughout the story. She's our main character. That's all they read, but what the educator does, or the adult, is refers to the learning guide, and the topics that we're going to pull just off that one page are as follows: self-awareness, self-acceptance and confidence, social awareness and pro-social behaviors and skills, cultural awareness, and appreciating diversity, and positive effective communication. So we really break down one page into very specific learning curriculum. So for example, I'll go through some examples. We're not going to read the whole lesson, but we would do our conversation starters. We would ask the children, depending on if we're teaching to preschool or first grade, what does a first impression of someone mean? What does that mean? And so a lot of times they won't be familiar with that language. So we'll talk about it. What are some ways you can introduce yourself? And we talk about positive communication, good eye contact, a lot of the skills that need a little bit of reinforcing nowadays. So we'll go into the specific skill through Glowy, how to teach the children what she's doing. So she's modeling that nice positive behavior. And then we go into our psychosocial emotional educational part for the professor or the parent or the scout leader, the adult person who's running our program. And we go into the lifelong benefits of social etiquette and why this is so important to teach children at a young age. And then we go into exercises so the children in the group can stand up and experience what that means, so they get to practice the skills. So important. So we, for example, the group exercise, the first exercise tied to lesson 1 is for the children to make 2 lines, and they kind of engage in like a speed, almost like a speed introduction session where you might want to get a timer or a bell, make it fun, and you might have 5 kids on one side or 10 kids on one side of the line in a row, 10 kids facing those children, and the children are able to practice in 20-second introductions. "Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Elisa," making the eye contact. "Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Becca," making the eye contact. "Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, you too." Really practicing those skills. Then we would make it fun, hit a bell, we'd rotate them, and then they go down the line so that gets reinforced and that they have fun with it and understand from the context of the page to why this is really so important in real life. And then from there, the professor or who's ever teaching the course, the adult can bring it out into the community as well, which I think is really important. So it jumps off the story page, becomes really concrete through the story, through the exercises, through the conversation, but then also when the child is out to dinner or in the post office, or mom or dad are introducing the child to someone, they have an opportunity to then practice in real world time the skill that they learned, because that's so important that it becomes alive and out of the classroom. So every page is broken down like that. There's 27 lesson plans, and they're very, very detailed. Again, you could use it a whole entire school year. You can use it in different ways. If you're running a group that maybe the adult is observing issues that are arising with the children having conflict, or maybe they're needing to accept each other more. Maybe they're starting to antagonize each other. We might want to talk about a different lesson. You can jump around. Sure, it could be read cohesively and congruently straight through, but you can also pick and choose a lesson if you're working with children and you see certain behavioral issues, and you could just pick out your topic, kind of go to the page, and then redirect it right there swiftly in the next meeting that you might have with the children. So in the foreword, we explain a lot how to use it, and different techniques and skills that the teacher can embody. Thank you for listening, and I hope that shows you a little bit more about why this is truly unique and very comprehensive. It's very detailed and specific. So what we want to do is build skills. This is, remember, a prevention wellness model. And they might not be learning these skills in anywhere else in a formal classroom setting. So very important. Thank you for watching.